Have you ever stood before a force of nature so powerful, so mesmerizing, that it makes you forget the world around you? A place where the earth seems to breathe, the air sparkles with mist, and time slows to the rhythm of falling water? Welcome to Krimml Waterfalls, the crown jewels of Austria's Alpine wonders, a place where mountains weave in silver streams and every drop tells a story older than humanity itself. This isn't just a waterfall, it's a masterpiece sculpted by nature, a thunderous heart beating deep within the Hohe Tauern National Park, calling travelers, dreamers, and adventurers from every corner of the world. Hello friends, I am your host and this is Famous Frontier, where we explore the world's most breathtaking frontiers of beauty and wonders. Let's journey together into the mist and magic of Krimml Waterfalls in Austria. High in the western province of Salzburg, nestled within the untouched wilderness of the Hohe Tauern National Park, lies the teeny alpine village of Krimml, peaceful, quiet and surrounded by emerald valleys. But behind these tranquil facade roars one of the Europe's most magnificent natural phenomena, the Krimml Ache River, born from glacial ice thousands of feet above, plunges over a rocky cliff in three colossal stretches, forming the Krimml Waterfalls, the tallest in Austria and among the five highest in all of Europe. Their combined height is 380 meters or 1247 feet, more than three times taller than Niagara Falls. Yet, it's not only the size that captivates, it's the raw emotion in the way the water falls, wild, untamed, and timeless. The Krimml Falls consist of three distinct tiers that together becomes a continuous, breathtaking descent from the Alpine valley above. Here the Krimmler Ache begins its mighty plunge, thundering through a narrow granite gorge surrounded by moss-covered cliff. The sound is almost otherworldly, a deep rhythmic roar that echoes through the valley. This section is perhaps most photogenic. The water splits into hundreds of smaller streams, creating curtains of silver spread that dance in the sunlight. Rainbows often shimmers across the mist, nature's own artistry. The finale, a wide, powerful descent that crashes into the valley below, where the water comes again into the Krimmler Ache River. Here, the sound substance, the visitors stand mesmerized by both its power and its peace. Together, these cascades create a sight and sound experience unlike anywhere else in Europe. The history of Krimml waterfalls began long before any human ever saw them. Thousands of years ago, during the last ice age, massive glaciers carved deep valleys through what is now the Hohe Tauern Range. As the ice melted, rivers formed, and one of them became the Krimml Ache. Over millennia, it sculpted the mountain rock into the dramatic waterfalls we see today. For centuries, this natural marvel was known only the local villagers, shepherds and hunters. But in the 18th and 19th century, as European travelers began seeking the wild beauty of nature, Krimml gained fame. Poets wrote about it, painters tried to capture its power. Even the Austrian Emperor Franz Joseph and Empress Elizabeth captivated by its majesty. By the early 90s, Krimml had become a beloved destination, with pathways and bridges built to help visitors climb alongside the falls. a trail that still welcomes travelers today. Your adventure begins at the base of the falls, near the cozy village of Krimml. From there, a well-marked 4-kilometer hiking trail winds upward, following the waterfall's course. The deeper you go, the louder the sounds becomes. Like nature's own orchestra, the air grows cooler, saturated with fine mist and glistens in the sunlight. Each breath feels cleaner, sharper, and more alive. Along the path, several viewing platforms offer a spectacular perspective. From below, the falls look like a silver serpent curling down the cliff. From above, you can feel the ground tremble as tons of water crashes beneath you. The entire hike takes about 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on your pace. Through some parts of steep, the trail is safe and well maintained, and a reward at the top is nothing short of breathtaking. For those who prefer to skip part of the climb, a waterfall shuttle can take you halfway up, while you can continue the adventure on foot. But Krimml power isn't only visual or emotional, it's physical. Recent medical research has revealed that the aerosol mist created by the falls has profound health benefits. Scientists from the Paracelsus Medical University of Salzburg found that breathtaking in the ultrafine water particles around Krimml can significantly improve lungs function and reduce inflammation, especially for people suffering from asthma or allergies. These microdroplets, charged with negative ions, penetrate deep into the respiratory system, cleaning and refreshing it naturally. Locals even refer to Krimml as Austria's natural inhalation spa. Visitors often describe the experience as rejuvenating, as if every breath reconnects them with someone ancient and pure. Each season transforms the waterfalls into a new spectacle. In spring, when the mountain snow begins to melt, the falls are at their most powerful. The roar is deafening and the entire valley trembles with energy. In summer, warm weather brings lush greenery, blooming wildflowers, and perfect hiking conditions. Rainbows appear almost daily. In autumn, the forest turned gold and crimson, reflecting in the water below. The crowd thins out and a peaceful stillness returns. And in winter, perhaps the most magical of all, when the falls freeze into towers of ice, sparkling in the sun like a crystal palace. No matter when you visit, Krimml offers something extraordinary, a new face of nature's eternal beauty. At the foot of the waterfalls lies the village of Krimml, home to just a few hundred people. Here, life moves at the rhythm of the mountains. Wooden chalets dot the landscape, their flower boxes overflowing with bright alpine blooms. Local restaurants serve traditional Austrian dishes like Wiener Schnitzel and Alpine, perfect after a long hike. The people here are proud of their homes. They have spent generations protecting the landscape and keeping tourism sustainable. For them, Krimml isn't just a landmark, it's a part of their soul. The waterfalls form part of the Hohe Tauern National Park, Austria's largest protected area, stretching over 1,800 square kilometers. It shelters countless species, from golden eagles to ibex to rare alpine flowers that bloom nowhere else. Around Krimml, the constant mist nurtures a miniature rainforest of ferns, mosses, and lichens, all thriving thanks to the waterfall's unique microclimate. It's a living ecosystem, delicate yet powerful, and every visitor plays a part in keeping it alive by respecting the trails and leaving no trace behind. Austria has done an exceptional job of protecting this treasure. Viewing decks are made of eco-friendly materials, waste is carefully managed, and local guides educate visitors about the importance of conservation. In 2010, Krimml and its surrounding area were recognized by UNESCO as part of a global geopark, highlighting their geological and environmental importance. This balance between accessibility and preservation makes Krimml a global example of how humans and nature can coexist in harmony. Long before scientists measured ions and tourists hiked the trails, locals told stories about the spirits of Krimml. They said that guardians fairies lived in the mist, protecting travelers who approached with respect. If you walked beneath the falls and made a wish with a pure heart, the mountain's spirits might grant it. Even today, couples visit Krimml believing the waterfall's blazes love that's true. The legends live on, whispered in the roar of the water and carried by the wind through the pines. For creators, Krimml waterfalls are a paradise. The dynamic lighting, swirling mist, and ever-changing patterns of flow create an endless variety of visuals. Morning light cuts through the valley in golden beams. By evening, the sun paints the water in hues of orange and violet. Drone shots from above reveal the full 380-meter plunge framed by deep green forest and rugged cliff. And when rainbows appear, often double or even triple arcs, they create scenes so unreal they seem digitally enhanced. The Krimml waterfalls are more than a tourist attraction, they are a symbol of our planet's living power. They remind us how small we are and how deeply connected we remain to the natural world. Every drop that falls has traveled from glaciers formed thousands of years ago. Every echo that rings through the valley speaks of time, endurance, and renewal. Here, you don't just witness nature, you feel it in your bones. As the night falls over the valley, the thunder of the Krimml waterfall softens into a lullaby. The air grows cool and the mist catches the last light of day like silver smoke. Standing there, you realize this place isn't just about what we see, it's about what we feel. The Krimml waterfalls are eternal. They have watched the rise and fall of civilization, the passing of centuries, yet they remain, flowing freely, endlessly, and beautifully. And maybe, just maybe, they are here to remind us that the greatest wonders of our world aren't built by human hands. They are carved by time, patience, and the unstoppable spirit of nature. If you have enjoyed this journey into one of Europe's most breathtaking natural frontiers, help us keeping exploring. Hit the like button, subscribe to Famous Frontier, and turn on the bell so you never miss another story from our planet's most extraordinary places. Because the world is vast, full of wonders, and together we will keep discovering it, one frontier at a time. Thank you.